Ladies and gentlemen, this is Salvador coming to you live from Wrestle Vault with the most insane, jaw-dropping, breaking news in WWE history. OMG! Adam Pearce just fired Bronson Reed for going after Bron Breakker. Can you believe this madness? This isn't just a firing, it's a kick in the teeth to every hard-fighting giant in the WWE universe. Bronson Reed, the tsunami himself, the man who has been running through everybody in his way, gets let go for doing exactly what WWE is all about, hard-hitting, intense action? And yet Bron Breakker walks away without a scratch? This is favoritism at its finest, folks. It's rigged, it's dead wrong, and it's got my blood boiling. If you are just as fired up as I am, smash that like button right now, drop a comment below yelling "Justice for Reed," and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Don't go anywhere, stay right here because I'm going deep into this mess, calling out the double standards and revealing a shocking twist that could flip everything upside down. You are not going to believe what I found. Let's rewind and break this down piece by piece, because if we don't speak up, who will? It all went down on the latest episode of Monday Night Raw. The arena was alive, fans chanting, lights going crazy, and the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Bron Breakker, the self-declared future of WWE, the guy with Steiner blood running through his veins, was walking around like he owned every inch of that building. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. He's been on a roll, no doubt, winning the Intercontinental Championship, spearing people left and right, but let's not overlook the fact that he's had it pretty easy. Daddy's name opened doors, and the fast lane was always waiting for him. Then there's Bronson Reed, the powerhouse from Australia, the 330-pound wrecking machine who fought his way back from an NXT release, indie shows, and sheer determination. Nobody handed this man a thing, just tsunamis and pure destruction. The match was set, Breakker putting his IC title on the line against Reed in what was promised to be a brutal battle between two big men. The bell rings and right away it was chaos. Reed comes charging like a runaway train, Breakker slips away with that natural athleticism of his, but Reed's strength is just too much to handle. Slams, chops that ring out through the whole building, and the crowd is torn right down the middle, half screaming tsunami and the other half barking for Breakker. But here's where things get serious. Right in the middle of the match, Breakker starts fighting dirty. A low blow when the referee isn't looking? Seriously? Reed feels it, but the look in his eyes tells the whole story. Pure, burning rage. He snaps, folks, completely snaps. After nearly getting the win, Reed lets loose, a massive clothesline, then lifts Breakker up for not one, but two tsunamis off the top rope. The ring shakes, the crowd goes absolutely wild, and Breakker is flat on the mat, holding his ribs like he just got hit by something much bigger than a man. But it didn't stop there. After the match, while Breakker is still trying to breathe, Reed grabs a chair. Crack, one shot across the back. Crack, another to the legs. The referees rush in, but Reed is gone into another world, pushing them all away. Security comes flooding in, and that's when Adam Pearce comes storming down the ramp, mic in hand, face red as a stop sign. "Reed, stop this now," he shouts. But Reed, driven by whatever was eating at him that night, maybe the feeling of being looked past, maybe something personal we don't know about, turns and stares Pearce down. The GM steps up to him, and just like that, Reed shoves him back, sending Pearce stumbling. Everything falls apart after that. More officials, Breakker's people, the whole circus. The show cuts to black with Reed being dragged out, yelling at the top of his lungs. Look at this shot right here. The moment Reed's tsunami lands on Bron, you can see the pain all over Bron's face. But is this really worth a firing? In WWE, where chair shots and crashes through tables happen every single week? Absolutely not. Fast forward to the fallout. Social media goes crazy. Fans are posting, tweeting, losing their minds. Hashtag Justice for Reed starts trending worldwide in minutes. But then the bomb drops. WWE's official statement, coming straight from Adam Pearce. Due to his unprovoked attack on Bron Breakker and putting officials in danger, Bronson Reed has been let go from WWE, effective immediately. Let go, fired, done. This isn't a short break like we've seen before. This is the kind of thing that changes a man's whole career. Reed is out the door. No mention of any payout, no talk of an appeal. And all for what? An attack inside a business that runs on attacks? This is where the anger really kicks in, folks. Let's talk about the double standard.
Remember just last month when Bron Breakker himself went off the rails? He speared Dragon Lee through a barricade, put Penta out with a cracked sternum, and even pushed Pearce during a heated moment. What was the punishment? A light suspension. Open-ended, sure, but we all know those things don't last long. Breakker was back within 2 weeks, cutting promos and getting title shots. But Reed? Gone. On the spot. Why? Is it because Bron carries that Steiner name, that next big thing stamp from Triple H? Is Pearce playing favoritism, covering for the chosen one while hanging the big man out to dry? Think about it. Reed has been the one putting in the work, from his NXT North American Championship run to everything he's done on the main roster. He has delivered big match after big match. Battles against Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, all bangers. And Bron? Talented, sure, but opportunities have always landed right in his lap. This firing has politics written all over it, backstage deals and hidden moves. People close to the situation, staying anonymous of course, are whispering that Bron's camp pushed hard for a heavy punishment. Is Paul Heyman behind it? Possibly. The wise man is always working an angle. Check out the face-off poster from their IC title match. Intense, right? 2 giants ready to go to war. But now, one is fired and the other is probably getting a hero's welcome next week. Going deeper, let's look at Bronson Reed's story. Born Jermaine Haley in Adelaide, Australia, Reed never had wrestling royalty on his family tree. He put in the hours on the independent scene, building his skills in promotions like Pro Wrestling Australia and Melbourne City Wrestling. A big man with surprising speed, picture a mix between Samoa Joe and Bam Bam Bigelow. WWE signed him in 2019, he worked in NXT as Bronson Reed, won the North American title in 2021 by beating Johnny Gargano inside a cage. Great stuff. Then out of nowhere, he was released in August 2021 during those mass budget cuts. A real gut punch. But Reed didn't sit down. He headed to New Japan, became a force as Jonah, tearing through people in the G1 climax. WWE realized their mistake, brought him back in 2022, and he has been dropping tsunamis ever since. Now compare that to Bron Breakker, real name Bronson Reckensteiner, son of Rick Steiner, nephew of Scott. Debuted in NXT in 2021, won the NXT title twice in no time at all. Called up to the main roster by 2024, IC champ by mid-2025. Express lane, baby. No indie grind, no release, no struggle, just family connections clearing the road? Harsh to say, but the facts are the facts. And now, after Reed's attack, Bron is out here posting shady tweets about justice being served? Come on, man. But here is the big twist I promised, the piece of news that is going to shake you and keep you locked in until the end. After digging through insider reports and posts on X, I found something wild. This firing might all be a setup. That's right. Word from sources says Reed's termination is actually part of a bigger story that Triple H has been cooking up to make both men bigger stars. Think about it. Reed gets fired, goes wild, maybe pops up in AEW or on the indie scene to build heat, then crashes back into WWE at WrestleMania for a massive return match with Bron. Or better yet, it could all be covering up a real injury. Bron's ribs from that tsunami? Possibly cracked for real, according to medical leaks. The firing keeps the story going while Bron heals up. But with a twist, Reed has been spotted training with a mystery group. A new bloodline? Heyman's fingerprints all over it? Check this out. Reed was fined big in the past for going on a rampage, but never fired. So why now? Something doesn't add up. Fan reactions are coming in hot, and people are furious. On X, at WWE Fannatic123 posted, Adam Pearce is a joke. Fire him instead. Hashtag Justice for Reed. Over 10,000 likes. Reddit's R² circle is on fire with threads like, is this the end of Reed's WWE run? Polls are showing that 75% of fans think the punishment was completely unfair. Even legends are speaking up. Booker T on his podcast said, man, Reed's a beast. This ain't right. The anger is real and it is moving fast. Let's think about what this all means going forward. If Reed is truly done, Raw loses a top bad guy. Who steps up to fill that gap? Bron turns good guy? That feels flat. The mid-card takes a serious hit. No more hard-hitting battles between big men. And for Reed, the indie scene is waiting. Maybe even AEW, where a feud with Wardlow or Swerve could be something special. But WWE would be making a huge mistake letting him walk for good. Remember 2021? He came back stronger than ever. This could be the same story repeating itself, but this time with a lot more fire behind it. Reed's expression here says everything. Hurt, furious, and ready for whatever comes next. Now, let's give Bron his credit. Talented? Without a doubt. His spears are savage and his athleticism is on another level. But protected by the system? Absolutely. Remember when he put his hands on officials last month? Suspended, then back in no time. Reed touches one person, gone. That is a clear double standard, plain and simple. As we bring this to a close, remember, this is WWE. Nothing is ever as simple as it seems. My prediction? Reed shows up at WrestleMania, tosses Bron out, and sets the stage for a dream match at Mania. But until then, the unfair treatment stands. Bron after the attack, looking beat up, but was it really worth a firing? Folks, if this got your blood pumping, and it should, slam that like button. Drop a comment below. Did Reed deserve this? Should Pearce be the one getting fired? Share this video everywhere. Let's push hashtag Justice for Reed all the way to the top. And if you haven't subscribed to Wrestle Vault yet, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the vault for more hot off the press news. Until next time, stay fired up and stay wrestling.